Hi everybody, happy Friday. We're going to be going live with Mrunal ma'am. I am so excited to have her as the school principal of one of the first schools that we started intervention at for a young boy on the autism spectrum. He would not have been able to be in the school if not for Mrunal ma'am. Hi Mrunal ma'am, we can see you. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? So that is Mrunal ma'am. When I just started Brain Bristle, working with low-income schools of Mumbai, Mrunal ma'am was the first school leader who, really advocated for us to do the work there, make sure that the children on the autism spectrum were educated, cared for, put into class, give the test and do things. So I am so excited to actually host this live with Mrunal ma'am. She's not just a fabulous school leader. She's just like the best principal, best human being, best mom, best teacher. So I can't wait to do this. Like I almost feel like your student. I'm like, yay, I get to chat with Mrunal ma'am today. So this is amazing. Thank you so much. Mrunal ma'am leads one of the nicest, sweetest schools in South Bombay. It's on Khed Road. It's called Khetwadi. Sorry, it's called Vanita Vishram Primary, and she leads an amazing staff and an amazing school. So over to you, Mrunal ma'am. Please introduce yourself before we get into this chat.
I think you've said so much, not left anything for me to say.
No, but tell a little more about like what your journey up to the time you got into Vanita Vishram.
Okay, basically, I have a background of I've been a science and maths teacher in South Bombay ICSE school, and it's been 9 years that I'm here with Vanita Vishram. And I think from a teacher to an administrator, it's been pretty challenging and enjoyable at the same time. I've also, trained for administration. I'm also a teacher coach, and I keep learning, studying, and I also have special interest in kids who are facing challenges in learning, which has been, I think, for over 20 years. It's not something which has happened just in the recent past, and I have invested in those kids. So it's a topic very close to my heart, or a major concern for me, I would say.
Amazing. So Mrunal ma'am, I've seen your work for the last year, and you're just incredible, right? Like I learned so much from you. What's it like to be, school leader of such a large, bustling, diverse, socially, economically, all kind of diversity comes to your school. What's it like to be a school leader of such a big school?
So to be honest, when I switched my area of work, even the places, it was quite a cultural shock because the school I am in right now, the kids come from a particular region of India, which I was not exposed to. So saying that and also understanding the diversity, it took me, I think, couple of years even to understand where the kids are coming from, and also understanding the background of the parents and accepting them for the way they are. So might be because they came from a particular area, culture was very different. Their talking styles, their understanding, even of the kids, and the kids being first generation learners. It
Yeah.
has been so challenging, not only for me, but for the entire staff. And also the school being, the first couple of years being a low income budget school.
Yeah.
So to budget it and to keep things with almost zero budget and still working, I have realized that you don't really need money to do things. You
Yeah.
can recycle, and your resources are people
Totally.
and not things. That's a huge learning for me
Totally.
in the past 9 years.
Totally. So talk a little bit about the challenges and the new learnings that this role has brought. Like nothing prepares you for a new role. You just have to get into
Yeah.
it, and then it's just learning. So talk a little bit, Mrunal, about challenges, new learnings that this role brought your way.
So I will talk about my learnings first. Is how to keep a team together. It's not easy. It's everyday work with the team. And I think what really works anywhere, any place is empathy. That is my big takeaway, though I've not gone away from there, but it's a big thing. Empathy works, team building, being a listener, listening to your team, your staff, and all the stakeholders, whether it's the guard at your gate, whether it's the service staff, whether it's the parents and the community at large. I believe in involving the community right from the beginning. I did do that. So, yeah, and I would say challenges were not too many, where I think language became a barrier because the kids were first generation
Yeah.
learners. Language, and initially, though I thought, finances would be, they are at times, but not so much. As I said, I bank more on the people than things. So those couple of challenges, then speaking with parents, it was very difficult initially to understand them. Now it's been easy since it's a regular thing that we do. So it's not as challenging at times. Yes, things are difficult in any institution. Um, Also, when I saw there were a lot of kids with needs, I think the awareness currently in 2025 and the past years, with awareness, realized that not only our school, many schools are ill-equipped to handle the kids. It's not the problem of the kids, it is us teachers, and not even teachers, I would say the society at large just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So those couple of challenges. Otherwise, it's been I've been blessed with a very good team of teachers, a good team of service staff. So that's more than half the battle won in any place.
No, that's amazing. In fact, like sometimes I look at your role, and I've worked at some really, really high income organizations and schools, and I just think your role is so much harder because just like there's so much more that you have to complexities that you have to deal with
Yes.
every day with like limited funds. It's fabulous the work that you do. So Mrunal ma'am, up on top of all of that, first generation learners coming from all kinds of backgrounds, managing teachers, teams. You also, I remember, like you actually advocated for us to keep Chirayu in school to make sure, like we provide the best resources. You really actually cared. What made you, as a school leader, take that stand that even if it's so hard, I'm going to make this school inclusive for Chirayu?
Might be it was my belief that every child can learn. One thing.
Yeah.
Secondly, empathy. Third is his class teacher,
Yeah.
Miss Shoreline, as you would
Chirayu
know.
is amazing. Yeah.
Uh, she tried really hard, along with her, the service staff. So I saw that it was not only me, it was
Yeah.
everyone. Everyone was trying to do, even the guard. When Chirayu was all over the place, he was trying his level best to do what he could do
Yeah.
right there in that space. So when I saw that the effort is a team effort, it motivated me or inspired me to keep going. It was very challenging, very tough, a very very tough decision. Of course, some days were so bad we didn't know what we were doing,
Yeah.
and also you coming in, brain bristle coming in. I
Yeah.
think it acted as a platform, as a skeleton. I would say
Yeah.
that okay,
We can do
yes,
it.
there is somebody who's equally invested in the child and is willing to do anything just like what we are willing to do.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
equity is a very important thing, making opportunities available to him, because I know he's a very intelligent child. We
Yeah.
know that kids learn differently,
Yeah.
and we are the ones who do not understand how they are learning, and so
Totally.
there is a communication gap and we're
Yeah.
not able to understand, and hence the mess.
Yeah.
So, and I thought that if I
Yeah.
don't do it, we don't do it,
Yeah.
where is the child going to go?
Correct.
Most of the schools, whether even high-end schools, are might be taking care of kids with special needs at a very premium cost. And so what happens to kids, families who come from humble backgrounds. So that also, so couple of things, empathy, understanding, equity, inclusion, I do believe. And most important, I have support of my
Yeah.
teachers. I just can't be believing and not having the
Yeah.
teachers
Yeah.
with me on the same plane.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's amazing. So Mrunal ma'am, like, inclusion isn't just like, getting it some like a child on the autism spectrum
Hmm.
to be a part of the school. Inclusion is much larger, right? Like I know you've got a child with Down syndrome, you've got children with learning needs, you've got all kinds of different students. How would you actually define what is inclusion? Like what is your inclusive philosophy when you look at your school?
So, I would not define inclusion to only special needs.
Yeah.
When I say inclusion as a school, when we say inclusion, that includes my
Yeah.
staff. So even at month end, we have some learning circles for the staff,
Yeah.
and we have even our service staff included in it.
Yeah.
And we also have those programs bilingual,
Yeah.
like English, Marathi, English, Hindi. So that also is inclusion for me.
Yeah.
We have celebrations, we have pani puri parties, we have small
Yeah.
gatherings,
Yeah.
and we make it a point to include our service
Yeah.
staff. That is inclusion also for me,
Yeah.
including stakeholders, including community, like Brain Bristle,
Yeah.
Umeed,
Yeah.
then we had Rubaru, we have a lot of people. So
Yeah.
including everyone
Yeah.
into the community, I mean including into the
Yeah.
school in such a way that every child, when he or she gets into society,
Hmm.
they know the value of what is happening outside. We are not trying to limit inclusion only to the special needs. Now,
Correct.
coming to the special needs, I feel every child can learn,
Hmm.
is what I truly believe. And if small schools like us, when I say small, I mean small in terms of finances, resources,
Yeah.
if we can do it, I fail to understand how high end schools cannot do it.
Yeah.
Even admitting them, they are not willing. If they do admit, it's at a huge cost. So for me, inclusion is including everybody in school,
Yeah.
and making every child, every teacher, every staff member feel valued
Yeah.
for what they are.
Yeah.
That's inclusion for me.
That's beautiful. That's amazing. I love that because Ronald ma'am, like I've sometimes seen really high income schools because they have like these IB standards to meet and these colleges that they have to send their
Yes.
students to, that they can become very picky about which students they'll take and which they won't. But like just the openness which I've seen in so many Mumbai, low income, private,
Yes.
affordable
Yes.
schools has just been amazing. So it's just made Brain Bristle's work easier. And of course, like people like Savi and lots of our team members are here who do this work every day, and they know like the schools
Yes.
give them as much as we give to them. No, it's
Yes.
really really amazing. So Renal man, because like woman to woman, like what has been one some of the biggest challenges you might have faced as a woman in leadership? And do you think like if there was like a male school leader, they wouldn't have faced it, but because you're a woman, you face these challenges?
Um, no, I don't think on those terms I seem to have faced anything either in school or even with my interaction with the BMC, which we
Yeah.
had to do regularly.
Yeah.
No, I would say no. I haven't really faced anything of that sort, by
That's
God's grace.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's good that I have not.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done if I would have.
Yeah. Also, I mean, you're also like a strong woman, so I
Mind
think like
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've seen you. You're such a strong leader, such a strong woman. Hi, Charlene Miss. How are you? Please, if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat before. What would be like so, Ranama? We work with lots of other schools also who have similar students. Lots of our social work team is here. What is some advice you'd want to give to school leaders who have similar student demography, similar first generation learners? They're also struggling with is autistic बच्चे को लें कि नहीं लें, support हो मिल पाएगा कि नहीं मिल पाएगा. What is your advice to speak to them?
Um, I would say that every school leader should at least attempt
Yeah.
before saying no. attempt keeping the teachers in loop.
Yeah.
At the same time, work on the mental health of the teachers. Because when you take kids with special needs, and some could be with very high requirements
Yeah.
of support, it could drain the teacher,
Yeah.
which was happening to us.
Yeah.
It was happening to us as a team with the class teacher
Yeah.
and me. The feeling of helplessness, the
Yeah.
feeling of doing less, unable to do,
Yeah.
not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
So, investing in mental health of teachers
Yeah.
and letting every child, whoever comes to your
Yeah.
door, if it is
Yeah.
possible, within whatever you have,
Yeah.
give a chance to that child, not as a favor, but it is something that you need to do for one human, from one to the other.
Yeah.
These are two things I think. See, I wouldn't talk much about infrastructure because I have realized in the past 9 years, you could have a building that is breaking down and with walls peeling, and might have benches that are not like state of art, but you don't need state of art, you need heart.
Yeah.
Heart is in place. You
Totally.
don't need these kind of benches. You can
Totally.
just work in any corner. It's just the willingness and empathy, um, that works. And yes, empathy is very, very, very important. So
Yeah,
I think
no,
that's
I
what I would
love
say to
that.
them.
I love that. And Mrunal ma'am, like, what do you actively do to make your school a school where teachers are feeling involved, actively engaged? Because I think a lot of school leaders struggle with just like engaging, involving all of their team members, keeping them alive, keeping them excited to come and teach every day. What do you do to make that happen?
So we have certain practices, like we all come 15 to 20 minutes, and some teachers come even half an hour. I myself come about half an hour early to school, and we have a tea together, which is before the school official school timing. So that gives us some bonding time together. Also, I make it a point to communicate with all members, all teachers, all service staff members, including the watchman, one on one. I think many times what happens is basic communication, which doesn't happen. So when you communicate, you open all channels. Also, I think I have a good sense of humor.
You do.
So, so keeping things light, and that helps working conditions. I respect respect all my staff members. There is no yelling and screaming that has ever happened, because that's not the way to function. So I think, it's a give and take. There is also high level of trust. There is no micromanagement. Teachers have uh, things are kind of helping keeping teachers alive. Also, we have this circle time at the end of each month, which Umeed Fellows, we had two Umeed Fellows
Yeah.
on our campus for 2 years. So they
Yeah.
gave us a lot of practices to put into our systems, like something called as Apna time, circle time, keeping things alive in the classrooms, looking after every child. We also had started home visits, which also became very, very important for parents. I think past two years, unfortunately, we haven't been able to do it, but something hoping that we are able to do it this year. So I think it's small things. Yeah.
That's really good. No, you have a very like cozy, loving school. It's just beautiful. There's a question about why does the school not have a special educator? Because Brain Bristle does like a lot of the special education work at the school right now. But you want to answer that?
There's someone
There's
asked this.
someone just asked. Miss Charlotte asked, will
Uh,
having a special educator help?
does having a special
Will
educator help? Is that?
will having a special educator help?
Yes, it will help, but right now we are just transitioning from one board to the other, and we do not have the resources to hire a special educator. They come at a very, very high cost because there are hardly any colleges offering special ed.
Yeah.
So the market is big and the supply is less.
Yeah.
So more demand and less supply, so the costs is too much. But I think right now we have Brain Bristle, which is really supporting us, and we have Savi
Who's
from Brain
amazing.
Brazil, who
Yeah.
is so patient,
Yeah.
so patient. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I
Yeah.
don't know how she manages it.
Yeah. No,
Yes,
it's she's we're blessed to have like this team because they're so hardworking and so patient.
yeah.
So Mrunal ma'am, what's your hope for Vanita Vishram? Like Bombay schools are blossoming, and every school that
Yeah.
I visit is like trying to experiment with new things and new ideas, and they're starting resource rooms, and like they're doing all like low income schools, BMC schools are always innovating. Share some ideas on like where do you see Vanita Vishram Primary go as we're getting into another year?
Um, I'm hoping that through whatever we do, whether our activities or our classroom work, I'm hoping that we are able to empower our kids, especially the
Yeah.
girls, coming from where they are coming from. They have, fixed mindsets about the role of a woman at a very early age.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that our teaching and us giving them a larger picture of life other than just taking care of home, which is also a very important thing to do. Homemaker is very important. But along with it, also having other aspirations.
Totally.
And I'm also hoping that some kind of, we have just started some new subject like robotics. And I hope with that, the sense of creation or creativity will also be a spark in their mind.
Yeah.
And another thing is like we've been doing social emotional learning as we have a period on the timetable for a couple of years. So through that also, I'm hoping that we have kids who are able to accept their emotions, understand their emotions, and are better emotionally equipped, because I think the world is so
Yeah.
difficult and it's so fast
Yeah.
paced with AI and
Yeah.
technology coming
Yeah.
and things being so unreal.
Yeah.
Very soon, I think kids will not be able to differentiate between what is real
Totally.
and what is
Totally.
artificial. It's going to be difficult. I'm
Totally.
hoping to empower them even with that, to accept emotions, to understand. We don't want machines after 10 years
Totally.
of being in school.
Totally,
Yeah,
totally.
so those
No,
are
that's
things in the mind.
amazing. That's amazing. And tell me, like I'm just curious, like are you do you work with like Shirley and Mrs. here, and she's just talking about how great, like how you're the best human being, which I agree. But are you guys like working on the curriculum in a way that building more stories, more depth, more like thinking, so that like we're now in an age, in an era of like complete AI dominance. So Chat GPT is there, Google is there, all of that. So like, what are you guys doing to make sure students are just like using their critical thinking, their human emotions?
So, for the past couple of years, we are having very much activity-based teaching. So this year also our plans in the month of April have been very, very elaborate, where very careful thinking has gone into every lesson in such a way that we are also trying to put questions. Uh, in fact, we've had brainstorming sessions that only through questions can we get kids to think, because kids are not thinking. We are seeing it, like I have been a teacher for so many years, and in certain classes, we are talking to the kids, and the kids just look blank at you because they're so used to screens now that their brain is not functioning. So we have put in a whole lot of activities. We have a lot more celebrations, festivities where we're trying to give. This year our focus is on making ours talking less and giving more chance to the child to speak. And I hope we are successful. So it's we have gone far away from the lecture method long before, but this year the focus is going to be more on the child, giving, I would say, leadership opportunities also. We have an entire, we have a head girl, head boy, we have that kind of a team also. We have a student council. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We have
I
planned. We have planned. I don't know how it's going to go through the
That's
year, but
amazing.
yes.
That's amazing. Student-led learning, like that's amazing. Student leadership, awesome, amazing.
Even
So
projects,
huh,
sorry, projects also.
project.
Mini projects.
That's amazing. We're so lucky to work at your school because Savi, I know, learns so much, but we also learn so much when we're sitting in Vanita Vishram classes. Anything else you'd like to share? Because Mrunal ma'am, like lots of school leaders, other NGOs, other parents who have students on the autism spectrum and they don't know where to place them. Other school leaders who are trying to manage their teachers. Everyone listens to these conversations. So anything else you'd like to share, which you think would be wisdom, loved, and needed by all?
I think, like I earlier also, when you spoke about
Yeah.
giving advice, I would still say that give chance to people, give chance to the kids, empathize, create space. Because once you create space and empathize, things fall in place. And I reiterate, unless every school leader, along with her or his team, does not try to make accommodations for different kids who are learning differently, it's not only autism. There are so many challenges. And the general tendency of schools, I've seen so many schools, so many teachers, principals, school leaders, it's very easy to give up. You just say, like, it's, we can't do it, it's not happening, he's not learning, she's not able to understand. But then what's our role? They are there because they don't understand. So our role is to help them, to give student agency. So I think, um, I would say the same thing, that empathize, give chance, and collaborate. Collaboration and teamwork, team building, collaborating with organizations like you. Um, I probably, if I hadn't had, Unifly connecting me
Yeah.
with you,
Yeah.
um, I think might be would have given up. Might be. So we need also supporting each other, supporting the staff members. School leaders need to support staff members
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
an everyday basis and
So,
communicating with them on an
so,
everyday basis. Also, being in the classrooms. Some of us, sometimes we get stuck in our offices with administrative work that we do not tend to get up. So I think the greatest role a school leader can do, a favor on herself or his self, is to be in the classrooms and be in the passages of your classroom,
yeah,
of your school.
that's amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Thank you. This is amazing. We learned so much from Vanita Vishram. I said Swasavi and my half our teaching skills come from your school and Shirla and Mrs. Class last year. So we're just really grateful for you. Anything else before we close out? I know it's a Friday evening and you probably are ready to go out and party, but anything else you want to share before we close out?
No, I've kept this evening for you.
Okay, awesome. Yay! Thank you. Charlotte has just shared that she had Asperger's. She's with Asperger's, and she's saying that she stood first in her college and she
Wow.
studied in a regular school. So it's blissful to be a part of this, and yeah, it's so great, Charlotte. It's really lovely to hear. Any other questions before we close out? Thank you to people who joined. We're so
Yes.
grateful.
Yeah, some
And
of my teachers are here, I think.
yes,
Sana, Kamini, Sherline, I
yeah,
can see.
yeah.
And there's Charlotte. Charlotte, thank you. There's also Naseeb who's here. Thank you,
Amazing. And
Naseeb.
we will share this conversation and you'll have it. So thank you so much, Mrunal ma'am. Have a lovely weekend and we will see you next week.
Thank you,
Thank
Devangan.
you.
And I want to publicly thank you on
Thank,
this very public platform,
thank you.
that you're doing this great job in, small schools like us, because we need humans like you. We need more organizations like you, because the field is very large and the workers are very
Yeah,
few. And there's so many kids who are therefore, probably dropping out from school because schools are not able to do what is
yeah,
required. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that your kind grow by leaps and bounds in the community. And I hope you are able to connect with a lot more kids and make a difference to their life.
Promise
So
we
I want to thank you
Promise
so much. Thank you.
we will. We've got your support, so promise we will. Have a good weekend. Love you lots,
Thank
Mrunal
you.
ma'am. Have fun.
Thank you, Devangana.
Bye. Love you.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you.
opportunity.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.